The Philadelphia Eagles just wrapped up the first official minicamp held by new head coach Chip Kelly, and the press was not allowed into the facility during practice due to the NFL's collective bargaining agreement. However, they were allowed in to interview the players afterwards, and some intriguing comments were made and interesting revelations about Chip Kelly's system as well. I felt one of the most interesting statements was made by tight end Brent Celek. Celek looked into the camera and with a confidence and conviction in his eyes simply stated, "This is going to change the league. I can't tell you how, but it's going to change the league." Now clearly Celek was referring to the high-powered, fast-paced offense of Chip Kelly that he brings over with him from Oregon. Now Kelly was quoted in the past as saying he's not married to the system, but let's face it, the Eagles hired this guy because they liked what they saw at Oregon. And this will change the NFL if indeed the Eagles run a play every 20 seconds as Chip did back in college. What that's going to do is going to require teams, especially on defense, to be in way better condition because they're not coming off the field if you're running a play every 20 seconds. Also, when it comes to just drafting your team, you're going to have to look for players who are not so much specialists for third down or stopping the run or stopping the pass, nickel, dime. You're going to have 3-4 down players in on defense because it won't be just Chip Kelly's offense if it works. If it works just like the spread offense itself, it's going to marinate through the league or spread out through the league, and you'll see other teams mimicking what the Eagles do. The big question is, will it work at the NFL level? And I kind of think it will because Chip Kelly seems to be a man with a plan. He came in here saying that an elite athlete has to have 10 hours of sleep. That seems a lot to ask to a professional athlete who doesn't have a curfew, unlike those guys who live in college dorms. However, if they buy into the system and want to win a Super Bowl, they'll do what the guy says. In fact, even from a nutritional standpoint, the entire culture is being turned inside out at that NovaCare Center. The cameras inside the practice facility after practice yesterday were trained on these tables that were set up with smoothies. The players come off of the practice field and each player has a designated smoothie that was made specifically for them with different nutrients and vegetables and fruits mixed into it. They're going to get these guys into a kind of college kid-like shape to run that Oregon offense. And I think it is going to change the NFL. Brent Celek, you'll see, will become a prophet, if you will. In other NFL news, as far as the minicamp front is concerned, you have the New York Giants right up the turnpike from the Eagles. Victor Cruz has not yet reported, and who can blame him because he does not have a long-term contract in place. Eli Manning is very understanding and doesn't want to interfere with the process, so he's not in any way critical of the fact that Cruz is not at work. Now, the situation Cruz faces is that he's a restricted free agent. That means that if no team gives him an offer sheet by Friday, then he's going to have to be forced into a lowball offer by the Giants, and he won't be able to be a complete free agent for at least another year. Now, who wouldn't want Victor Cruz? I would want him as an Eagles fan, and I'm sure there's a lot of other teams as well. The problem is they have to give up a first-round draft choice, which I happen to think he's worth, if they do give him an offer sheet and the Giants don't match the offer. So Victor Cruz looks like he'll be playing for the Giants and possibly either franchised or the next year or playing out his final year this year. Who knows what the future will hold, if that will create any bitterness between Cruz and the Giants. But any turmoil you can get on the Giants as an Eagles fan is welcome. So there you have it. Victor Cruz has not reported the Giants camp, and the Eagles are getting protein shakes, vegetable fruit smoothies, and are practicing an offense that's going to shake up the world.